Hi, my name is MomoMorgana and welcome back to The Sims 4 Ultimate Decades Challenge. We are picking right back up after that machinima where Edith finally got married to Sir Augustin. So that's not the button I was looking for. She finally got married. They had a long night. So they just everybody just went to bed. So she's still in Hinford on Bagley, just in her husband's home. She is now Edith Harrington. So I'm really excited to see what comes up between her and Sir Augustin. Now, let's see. Lord Nelson is in the household along with his, I think their nephews or something like that. I don't know. And his cousin Gianni's still here for now, but he is reaching the age where he, excuse me, where he is going to be going off on his own and building his own family, his own legacy. So I don't know, maybe I wanted to kind of give Celestria a fair chance to meet him, but honestly, she won't be turning into a teenager for a while. Actually, no. She'll turn into a teenager soon, so I'll wait till she turns into a teen in the next few episodes to see how she feels about Sir Gianni. Because getting another rich man in the family would be super helpful, but let me not worry too much about that. So he's gonna be here still studying and living in the house for a bit. Now we are here because Edith has 10 pregnancy attempts. So I'm not going to waste any time. She and Sir Augustin are already both up. It's 9 in the morning and these two are going to woohoo. So hopefully their woohoo styles match, because I've had some situations previously where some people's woohoo styles were not matching and they did not want to woohoo. Okay. Now is the time. This is their first ever woohoo. I didn't have them woohoo off camera. I just had them go straight to sleep. They had a long night. So, oh, look at these two, Edith. Oh, she's all grown up. This is so exciting. I'm so excited. So he will be added to the family tree through Edith. So I don't know. I'm really excited. Hopefully we have some white-haired kids. I'm trying to give them some privacy. So we'll look at we'll look at Sir Augustin's traits. Now that he's part of the family, we can fully get a grasp of him. So he's unstable, a bookworm, brilliant, and a music lover. He is part of the congregation of non-believers, so he does not have the same belief as the Watchers. So, but I think it's fine. Edith obviously follows the occult goddess, I believe. I don't think she follows a god. I don't think I gave her one. Oops. Well, it don't matter in the long run. I mostly did that for storytelling purposes. But of course they're gentry class. And yeah, so he's demi-romantic. And everything's gonna be chill. So, oop. Are y'all done? Are y'all done? Have y'all wrapped up? Yes, you have. Edith, come take this pregnancy test. Let's see, first woohoo was great. She's happy to be with her soulmate. She's just having a blast. Their honeymoon phase is going fantastic. So we're going to be in this household in and out quite a bit. She's eating for 2. Okay, so in the next episode, I think, at the beginning of the next episode, she will be giving birth to whatever baby this is. So let's all be ready for that. I'm really excited. So let's head back to the main household because we have some other stuff to do. Okay, we are back in our main household and we have a couple things to do. So first things first, we're going to actually flip to see their safety for this year, whether or not they have a chance to run in with a hunter. And they got a heads. Okay, so they're safe this year. Thank God, because last year was a lot. Lawrence caught a body. It was crazy. So everyone's back home. Let's see. We need to address the financial situation. So as we can see, we have 18,000 simoleons in our bank account, which means we're actually probably peasant class technically. Yes, we are. And that is because we just spent 10,000 simoleons on a dowry for Edith to marry into the Lord's family. So we really need to work on getting our money up, which means we need to really expedite our production of mead. We're probably going to have to increase the price of everything we sell at our table. Lawrence is going to have to start, are you not at work? You was off work today? Well, Lawrence, I know it's typically your day off, but I want you to go to work, try to see if you can get promoted to... Oh, sorry, I was not trying to look at that. Promoted to something to make more than 30 simoleons an hour. So head off to work. The David and them... Yeah, I'm gonna need y'all to like go hunting. But first things first, it's actually spring harvest. So before we worry about the table or anything like that, I'm actually gonna send the boys hunting. The girls are gonna go off and harvest together. Oh, I think Edith has our other basket. Damn it. Okay, well, we need to do a few things. I'm gonna have these little ones clean out all the empty food that was in their pocket. Celestria has all types of hoops and stuff because she loves to stitch. So you're gonna put every single one of these in here. We can sell them for pretty good prices actually, and we're gonna up the price, so these should be even more in the hundreds. I think your basket broke. Yep, Annabelle has the basket. Has a basket, I should say. But there's a handful of stuff we gotta do, so I'm gonna send Celestria off to go foraging, I should say. The boys are gonna go hunting together. Hunting. Take Warin with you. These two are gonna go gathering as well in just a minute. Annabelle, can you make them some baskets, please? Actually, I don't think you have enough wood for that. No, you don't. Okay. So, in the meantime, Ada and Isolda, when they're done, I need y'all to go collect some wood. Just go on your own time. Well, I want you to clean yourself. But I have to have them do it one at a time. You, we don't need to worry about weeding this stuff or anything like that. Let's evolve what we can, just so we can sell at a higher price. Anything? Evolve these mushrooms. And let's just, I kind of want to sell all, but we do still need food is the thing. But maybe we're just gonna have to sell everything in our garden, and our food, we're just really gonna have the people, like the girls, do a lot more what's it called, foraging than typical, because my original plan was to live off the garden and focus on everything else, but we missed those wine sales, and really like that 1 year, well, the years of not being able to sell grapes or wine has really hurt us. And it doesn't help that even once we do grow the grapes and can make the wine, we still have to wait for it to mature in order to even get a hefty price off of it. So just go sell everything we have now. Annabelle, can you filter this honey, please? We're gonna have to do a lot more mead making and all types of stuff. Are you washing your dishes? Okay, I think you washed yours already. You can come and not go foraging quite yet. I want you to go, not mining. There's children yearn for the mines, but not you quite yet. Go get some firewood with your sister. There we go. It's nice that we don't have little ones here anymore, so we don't have to like worry about, can you filter the honey, please? Don't worry about Ada. We don't really have to worry too much about taking care of toddlers or anything like that. Okay, foraging skills, all that, everybody's doing their thing. Okay, I was wondering what that sound was. So we really just kind of got to get back on our game because we're low on money. Whenever Lawrence gets married, we'll get a little bit of money from him, but not much. I need you to work hard today, actually. Please get a promotion if possible. I mean, he works every single day, so he can get it tomorrow, but I would love it if you could get it today. Okay, hopefully this isn't a bad interaction. Okay, they're both having a good time. I was like, Ada, you're pissed already. We just got rid of the angry one, and another angry one has come. Okay, Ada, I know that you're like, oh god, she's torturing her twin already. Okay, I know that you're trying to be like all edgy and scary and all that, but I actually do need you out of the way so your sister can concentrate on making these sales. Let's see. It's almost lunchtime. This has 6 hours left, so I think we don't have to make too much, but you can come make some pantry food in the meantime. Okay, the kids are back from their travels. Isoda is doing a pretty good job of selling this stuff, actually. I'm not gonna lie, she's doing a great job. David, you got a squirrel and a pigeon. Okay. Warin got a lot of stuff. Wow, okay, so Warin is definitely the better hunter than David. It's not a competition. That does not mean you're not worthy, David. It just means that he just has a skill that you are also skilled at, just in a different way. That's all that means. Oh no, it's starting to storm. Oh no. Okay. Well, no one needs to be out in the storm anyway, so we'll go ahead and cancel this, but she did make us quite a bit. If she had a chance to finish, she probably could have sold a lot more. Yeah. Okay. Well, actually, what do we have in here? I think we're running low on stuff. No, you still got all this stuff to sell. But let me get you two out of the rain. You need education to succeed, brother. Okay, they're getting out the rain on their own. Sure. Oh, okay, so Isoda likes fitness. That's nice to see. I wonder if she was out here watching her brothers and kind of got inspired to do archery and stuff like them. I wonder. Well, that kind of put a damper on some of my other plans because we was going to plant the summer garden today. But honestly, that can be done at any time. Oh my gosh, is the cow running away? You will leave to seek a new home. Cow, it's literally storming, bro. We can't do nothing with you. You should have came out earlier. Well, I'm gonna let everyone else take care of themselves. Actually, I need you to make another basket. One more basket for the other daughter. Now, another really cool thing about this year is that it's actually David and Warin's birthday, which is super exciting. So they'll be aging up into teenagers in just a little bit, actually. It's the next day, so we won't be waiting too long. So I kind of want to see what each of them want to get up to in the meantime. David's bathing. I don't know what's going on with your hair, but I'm gonna just ignore it. You want to be in a dirty environment and go on a mindful walk. You can definitely go on a mindful walk once once all this is over with. Do not rummage for bits and pieces. Let's see. You want to become friends with Luna, which I think you'll have an easier time with as a teenager. Not gonna lie to you. Okay, and we're back. My game did not like the fact that I stopped Lucia from getting abducted by aliens, but we are back. It's early the next morning. Everyone's here around the breakfast table eating. They look kind of cult-like because all of them have like a white base for their pajamas, but the trims are different colors. But everyone's here eating except for David and Celestria, who are on their way. There goes David with his literal black outfit, the actual black sheep of the family. Celestria's is white, but she was outside getting water for us. But both of them are here. It would fill out the table if they sat down, but these two are gonna be different no matter what, I guess. But everyone's looking great for the day. Celestria's in a good mood. David's fine. He's not in a bad mood, so even fine is good. Now, it is actually, Warin, why do your eyes look like that? Okay, well, it's actually both of yours birthdays. David and Warin's birthday. They're aging up into teenagers today. So, we are actually going to roll right now to see if they survive. Now, let me go look at the rules again, but I'm pretty sure we only need to avoid the number 7. But let me just make sure I'm right. And I am. Okay, so we just want to avoid the number 7 with these guys. So let's start with David first. Yeah, I'm really excited. Okay, so rolling, he got a 3. Ooh, okay, so David survives. And Warin, do you survive, good sir? He got a 12. Okay, both of them survived to be teenagers. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay, let me just take a gander what David looks like so I remember what type of antenna he has and take a screenshot real quick. Same thing with Warin. Just so I know what's going on here. But I am super excited. So let's start with David. I know he just ate. I'm gonna let him finish eating real quick. ahead, finish eating. They're having some foul hot pot, some foul stew, whatever it's called, for breakfast. Lawrence's time to perform his duties starts in an hour. Yeah, so hopefully he gets a promotion stay because we need some more money. But we've got up like $1,000 from our table sales yesterday. So if we at least make that each day, we would still just be breaking even. So let's see. Not sure what he just wrote down, but I'm gonna just go ahead and age you up. Let you take your final bite. Oh, come on. There we go. He's aging up into a teenager, which means we also get to roll to see a lot of different things about this guy. So we get to roll in to see if he's getting married and how many children he may or may not have. So before we do that, let us see what this final trait is. Child of the ocean. I'm gonna say no for now. He has a pull towards the ocean. Yeah, I'm gonna say no for now. Barfly. Oh, that's... Oh, maybe we should go back to the last one. I'll keep this one, though. These Sims become happy when being on a bar, lounge, or nightclub. They get bored when they haven't gone to one of those in a long period of time. It's interesting for you to be 13 and liking the bar. But you know what? Maybe he just likes the bar atmosphere. You know, it's just... He struggles to be, like, jolly, you know? And the bar, I'm not gonna say a bar is a tavern is a typically jolly place, but I'm sure between the music and the drunken conversations and the fun, I think he just kind of romanticizes that type of area more than anything else. Maybe, you know, because sometimes he feels like he's such a failure. I hate to say it, but being around people who are like just drunk off their ass and talking about all their life struggles and everything like that, maybe it just makes him feel a little bit better about himself as well, right? So I'm not sure, but we'll see how often you make your way to the tavern. So practice makes perfect, slob, joyless, and a barfly. What a what a trait, you know? Now let's see. He is hardworking. I'll give him this bodybuilder career. I think he still just really likes to work hard and all that. Now, let's just go ahead and roll for his side household. So I have a d20 out still. We're going to roll a d20 to see if he will or will not get married. If he gets a 1 through 3, he will not get married. And if he gets a 4 through 20, he will get married. And he got a 15, so he will get married, as he deserves. He deserves to live happily. Well, getting married doesn't mean to the love of your life, but we're gonna hope, you know. So I'm also going to pull up a d12, which I did not have up, but we're going to roll a d12 to see... Okay, hold up. The hip hop group pulled up when I typed it in. D12 die. There we go. So I'm actually going to roll to see how many children he gets to have. Well, not many children, how many pregnancies he gets to have. So we're rolling. He got an 11. What? Oh my god, he gets 11 pregnancies. This next generation of side households is gonna be so freaking full. Oh my goodness. So hold on, let me write this down. I have a sticky note with I keep tabs of how many pregnancies each person has had so far. So right underneath Edith is going to be David with 11 pregnancies. All right, shout out to his wife. She got a lot of work to do. Now, in the meantime, before I give him a makeover, we're gonna age up his twin brother, who is going at it probably with the angry one. I assume Ada. I love her eyes. It just looks like simmering embers. Now let's age him up to see what he's got going on. Come on, happy birthday, Warin. I hope you enjoyed your birthday hot pot. I know, Ada's interesting to talk to. Let's see what we're working with here. Okay, both of them came into their spellcaster abilities too, which is interesting. So, like before, he was brilliant, joyless, hyper, and insane. Okay, our second insane sim in the family. The first one was Edith. Mentally ill, which makes them always feel dazed. I don't even know what to say about that. Sometimes it just happens. So we have an insane genius in the house. I wonder what that's gonna do. An insane genius with hyperactive tendencies and a joyless disposition. Oh brother, oh brother. Now let's see, he is hyper, so maybe he wants to, he's hyper and athletic. I think he just hates being bored and not stimulated, so like mentally and physically stimulated. So academic maybe? I'll say nerd brain. I think he just likes doing stuff. He does not like to be idle or anything like that. Oh my god, this guy's sick too. So before we focus further on him, once again, we're gonna roll this d20 to see if he's getting married. He got a 19, so he will. And we're gonna roll this d12 to see if and how many kids he'll have. Oh, wait. What is 3? Okay, so he gets 3 pregnancies. Okay, somebody had to be calm in the baby race of these siblings. So Edith has 10 pregnancies, and she's pregnant right now. David's big as hell. This guy is strong. David gets to have 11 pregnancies, which I can imagine. I feel like he always feels so alone, so maybe he wants to build the family he wish he had, which I think is super sweet. And Warin wants to have 3. He's like, not too much, not too much. To be fair, they are growing up in a household full of kids, so I can imagine Warin being like, fine. And with how many kids his siblings are gonna have, just these first 3, that doesn't even include however many Lawrence ends up having, or the 3 little sisters. So that said, let us get these 3 made over, and I will be right back. Here are our teenage twins, David and Warin. They're both super cute. You know, I had to bring David's iconic hairstyle back, but it might change in the future once he reaches his young adulthood. But both of them are super big and strong. I think David is a little bit bigger because he's got this stomach, but honestly, he's about to get really into his sword fighting and arrowship and working out and everything like that to become a knight. So we'll see. I'm kind of getting Wandering Knight vibes from him, but we'll see how his story plays out and what he ends up going with. But he's still strong. To me, he's kind of built like Thor, but not Thor from the Marvel comics, but like Thor from the paintings. Like, he's a big guy. Like, Vikings were built big and they were strong, and that's what David reminds me of. But this is David, super handsome, super cute. Yeah, his scars and stuff are still here. They're healed up and everything, but they're still there from, you know, the time he was almost killed years ago. But, you know, they're just reminders. They're just a part of him at this point. But this is him. He is so handsome, as I knew he would be, and Warin doesn't disappoint either. Warin is such a pretty boy. For some reason, he reminds me of Augustin, especially with these traits he has, where it's like he's insane, but he hides it behind that pretty face, which is the exact thing that Edith and Sir Augustin do. So I wonder what kind of brought this on, but whatever. I guess maybe he'll have a bit more of an understanding of Edith and Sir Augustin now that they're all grown up. But this is him. He's so handsome as well. Oh my gosh. All the brothers in this family are super good looking. Lawrence, Warin, and David are all just like killing it. He's built kind of like his brother. He just doesn't have as much of a belly as David does, but like, look at his arms, bro. I would not want to get into a fight with these guys, but yeah, let me know what y'all think. In terms of like who I think the most handsome brother is, I don't know. I really don't. Hold on, let me go through the list one more time. Let's get a good gander at Lawrence once more. He's got some acne going on. Lawrence is kind of like that typical, like, strong jaw type of handsome. You're not one of the brothers. Past their grandmother. David is just like ethereal, like a fae or something like that. Like, he's got these big old eyes and he's just like, I don't know, he's so good looking to me. I think it's because he's like a pretty boy. And then Warin, I think what it is with Warin, he reminds me of a prince. I think that's what it is. He seems very princely to me, which I think is so interesting. So we'll see how the ladies or some of the gentlemen feel about them across the village. Yeah, let's just get back into it. Now, there are some things we need to get done around the house real quick, but before we do any of that, I want to get David and Warin kind of situated. So first and foremost, let me see your sexuality. Once again, this could change because when they first aged up, they get typical heterosexual stuff. Yeah, it didn't even pop up yet. Oh wait, no, indifferent. No, okay. David's sexuality stuff didn't pop up yet, but I can kind of tell by doing this. How do you feel about Princess Luna? Okay, you think she's basic looking. How do you feel about Isaiah? Nope, that's not what I want to click on. Okay, so for right now, he's straight. And I'm saying for right now because sometimes it changes, but he thinks Luna's basic looking and he thinks Autumn is attractive, which is great because that's the one I kind of want to get him with. So we'll see how he and Autumn work out if anything does happen. Warin is probably going to be the same way. Yeah, nothing about Isaiah. Autumn, you think is very attractive. Warin, you know what? Finding someone attractive does not mean you'll be attracted to them. I just don't trust my Sims. Okay, he thinks both the twins are very attractive. Okay, so I would really like these two to kind of see who they could fall in love with and what they could do. Now, I'm sure that whoever they do end up kind of pursuing, their mother will have to approve of first, so we will see how this goes. I think she'll be less lenient. I think she'll be less strict with David. I think she'll just be happy that someone wants David and it'll give him a reason to get out the house. David is her least favorite child. Once again, she only likes Celestia because she feels that Celestia could be useful, but with Lawrence around and with Warin, you know, if something happens to Lawrence, the next heir is David, which she really does not like. If anybody would have to be heir, she would rather it be Lawrence or Warin as a backup and not David. So I don't think she would be as strict with him about who he could marry, as long as it doesn't bring any harm to the family. I think she'll be cool with it. Warin, on the other hand, though he does have these antennas sticking out his head, okay, well, he's making a face for sure. I think that she will be a bit more strict with who she wants him associating himself with or marrying, because he kind of is like a face of the family for her. So once again, we'll see how that goes. I do need these two to write in journal. This is supposed to be your grandmother's journal, not yours, but honestly, if anyone needs a journal, it's you. So you can write if you desire. I do want to get these two better jobs because, like I said, we need monies. We are about to be po. Like, so po we can't afford the rest of the word. So let's see. I'm passing right past the jobs. Yes, I am. I'm gonna have you quit your job. Both of you quit your job so that you can get a better one. He got the writing skill. Oh. I wonder how he'd fare as a writer or like a poet of some sort. I thought his sister was about to just steal his journal. That was gonna be fucked. Okay. Yes, we're quitting our page career. Blacksmithing, maybe. Meister, not a monk or a nun. Not a page anymore. Not a sellsword quite yet, but in the future we'll see. He does want to learn like sword fighting and stuff like that, so I think he is gonna go like a route where he has to like gets to prove himself and be physical and everything like that and just learn. So I think he might go like the knight's way. So I'm gonna go back to the page career that I just had him quit. But we're just gonna get him into squiring training. Just skip right on ahead. So he's not making nearly as much as anybody else, but he's making quite a good bit. Now Warin, on the other hand, let's see, he's got basic skills, all that good stuff. Do you have? So I'm passing right past it. You're good at cooking, not good at parenting too much. Hard pass on logic and the hard sciences. So maybe he doesn't want to. I think he like we said before, we said he likes to be mentally and physically stimulated, so he might follow suit with that. A lot of knights were also well educated. They weren't just like fighters, so maybe, huh? Oh, okay. Unfortunately, Lawrence was not able to cope with grief in the most productive ways, resulting in a personality trait change. He is no longer proper and has instead become mean. Ooh. So I thought Lawrence got over his grief, but I guess not. So I'm guessing a mixture of the grief of, I don't even think this is grief from Stephen's passing. I feel like this is grief from him taking his first life. You know, he's realized that being proper and, you know, inching his way into high society isn't going to be the only thing that keeps him and his family safe. He needs to have a backbone. So I think him being mean is more of like a defense mechanism, but we'll see how this affects the family and the rest of his relationships and everything like that, which makes me sad. Oh, he's not supposed to be mean. He was actually a good guy. I don't think he's bad still. I think he's just, well, that was a crazy voice crack. Did y'all hear that? I don't think he's bad either, but I'm gonna let him. All right, Warin. Honestly, I feel like he'd make a really good blacksmith, especially if he got that skill up. But yeah, I don't think he'd be like that. Maybe a Meister, like his brother. Nah, I'm gonna go with, he's gonna go back to the squire job, like page job, sorry. He'll get more options when they're young adults. These are just because they're teenagers, so. Still not terrible. But let's see, oh, these guys, you have more wants. You want to cloud gaze with Lawrence. Interesting. I mean, he is your closest brother. And chat with Isaiah. Okay, cool. So both of these guys are in pretty high ranking in their squireship and training and squire and trainings, all that. So I do want to do something very important that I forgot to do that I said I was going to do. We need to get some training stumps. We need to get some training stumps for training bag? No. They're stumps for the sword fighting. Here we go. They were called practice stumps, not training stumps. So we're gonna get some practice stumps so that the boys can practice their sword fighting and everything. I don't want to put it in the front with the archery stuff. Maybe I'll scatter it back here in the backyard. Here, so we can like just watch them while they do it randomly. I'll put 2. There we go. So we've got some training stumps there. And I think all of the boys should go and get themselves a sword. From, not this. This maybe? Nope. Oh, this. Purchase sword. Oh, wait. That's for that other mod. I think they could just practice normally. Yes, okay. These two can hone their swordsmanship skills through here. Now, one last thing I want to check is I want them to get their archery and their sword fighting skills up, especially because of the path they decided to go on. Are there ways for them to like make money during archery and stuff like that using this mod? It's looking like no. I don't have that medieval activities mod, but I think I might bring it back. Well, actually, we have the royalty mod. Here we go. Oh, wait, I didn't realize I could do this through here. Wait a second. Rabbit holes, peasant rabbit holes. Meat, religious, barn raising, hangout in town square, local tavern. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna do any of that, but I wonder if there's a way for us to enter like an archery contest or something to try to make some money, which I know is in the medieval activity mod that I haven't put in a while, so maybe I'll do that at some other point in time. But for now, these two are just gonna chill. They actually have the same schedule, so they work evenings, meaning their days are open to help us out and help themselves out. So David, this is actually dirty. Could you clean this, please? And then once that's done, hone your swordsmanship skills, and your brother should as well. Well, actually it's raining. You know what? Let's not waste this day. We have a full day, and this year we can travel around without worry of anything bad happening. So we might as well take the boys out on the town and see what they get up to. So you and your brother, I don't know where y'all should head first. Now that Christopher Boleyn is dead, his house is actually open again because he was the danger, so maybe we can go visit the triplets safely. But I'm pretty sure their mother would want them to go visit some reputable people throughout the town, so we're going to ignore the peasants up here. So we have Mortimer Goth's stepdaughter is technically rich now because of her stepfather. So we have Mortimer Goth's daughter. And Nahi, I'm pretty sure that's Lawrence's girl, but we can still have them visit for the sake of just seeing what happens. And the triplets are still at home, so we'll go visit the triplets, and honestly, a Slack's daughters as well we could go visit. Technically speaking, their cousins are no longer their cousins, but I'm not about to have them meet their cousins in case they fall in love with them. I mean, it'll be historically accurate for them to fall in love with their first cousin, but boy would I be sad about it. So let's have them visit. We'll start with the triplets. They're familiar, and then we'll just work our way around. All right, so we're gonna tread carefully because there was a murder here just a few months ago, but we had nothing to do with it. But oh my gosh, Warin is like thick. So is David. There is like a Smith ass, and I can tell. Let's see. Talk to Luna. I guess let's get to know her. Wait. Which one of it would you wanted to befriend Luna? I think you wanted to. I don't know why that want went away. I guess as he grew older, his fascination with her went as well. But I know you want to be slobby, but like have a different one, you know? Let's see. Let's just get to know her a little bit to see what happens, because sometimes we have to like talk to them to see if anything happens. Let's just get to know some more of her traits. Luna has discovered that Warin Smith is an alien, not even trying to hide it. And Warin, what'd you do? What did Warin just do for Luna to figure that out? I don't know if she cares or not. Oh, they gave each other a hug. Okay, keep your hands to yourself. You know what time period it is. Inappropriate. You learned that Autumn is feeble. You could be strong for her. You could be strong for her. I want you two to get close. I want you to cloud gaze with Autumn. I don't care that it's raining. Him and Isaiah are getting along fine as well. But I want you to do that. Okay. Luna did not care about talking with David, which makes sense. Oh wait, no, you wanted to chat with Isaiah. I almost forgot about that. Since Isaiah's here, since Isaiah's right here, let's go see how he's doing. I wonder if you tried to use your alien powers on her and that's how she figured out that you're an alien. But come get to know Isaiah and chat with him for a bit. Compliment his house. No, you don't want to talk to him? Reach social level 10. Good job, Celestia. You can come talk to her. David and Autumn are so cute, y'all. I think this is one of my favorite ships. I'm sorry. This is one of my new favorite ships. Look at these two. I think that they are just perfect for each other. Their personalities are similar and everything. I cannot. Warin seems to be struggling lately. How are these people figuring out that he's an alien? Well, at least we know Isaiah doesn't mind. He doesn't mind that Isaiah is an alien. Not sure how they're clocking it like this. Warin, you need to be careful. People are, is it because you're glowing? I know, oh man. That's kind of funny. These two are getting along so well. They became good friends and their bar is all the way at the top. So y'all know what? Honestly, I think that these two... No, oh, we can't become best friends? I want them to become best friends, but I think I gotta get to know her a little bit. Oh my gosh, Lawrence was promoted. Okay, Lawrence, what do you want to be? I love this for him. Now we get a lot more money. We've gotten back quite a bit more money with all the promotions that the kids have gone through. Does he want to be Grandmaster, an Archmaster, or Arch, I don't know, or a regular Meister? Let's see. Maybe a regular Meister, because these hold, they work directly under the Lord, so we can say that Lawrence is working directly with Sir Augustin, like, which I think would be really nice to kind of keep Edith in the loop as well. There's your mastering rod corresponding the local Meister's chain. I think we'll make him a regular Meister. It's the least paying one, but it's still good enough for me. There you go. Congratulations! Oh, are you sick now too? Aw, that's so cute. Okay. Congratulations to everybody in there. Oh, there's a sickness running across the village. Everybody's like getting a little sick. Aw, we can't become best friends quite yet, but we're getting there. Warin, how are you? Going to look at yourself in the mirror. Crazy. Well, at least we know he gets along with, I think he gets along with Isaiah best in this household. So far. They're all about equal, to be honest. And David is having a blast with Autumn. I don't know, y'all. This is what I'm rooting for. Alright, as cute as these guys are, we do still have some more households I would like to visit. So, you and your brother need to head on home. Don't lie about your career. Just, you don't have nothing to try to impress her with. Just head on home. Tell urban legend. Don't worry about any of that. Oh, he's feeling feverish. He's gotten a little sick. Probably from being out in the rain, to be honest, but... It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, you're not wearing the right outfit. Put this on. The game thinks that their pajamas are everyday fits, and it's quite literally not. Put your clothes on. That's why y'all sick right now. Alright, so we are at the Goth household actually, and we're not going to eavesdrop. We're going to knock on the door like respectable young men to chat with both Mortimer Goth and their lovely young daughter. I think her name is Elise, I want to say. And where are you going? Stop trying to mop up whatever it is you're trying to go to. But David's gonna take the lead, and his sick ass is gonna knock on the door. And let's see, who can we find? There goes Alexander Goth, who I want Celestia to meet at some point. And here goes Elise, or Elsie, I forgot her name. But let's come introduce ourselves to her. Both of you can come give a respectable introduction, because you're both respectful young men. Mortimer must be off at work or something. Yeah. Okay. Susanna is around, about to go take a bath, apparently. Whoa. Whoa, okay, what a sim. Warren Smith just stopped what they were doing. Oh my gosh, oh, this is so exciting. Wow, what a sim. Warren Smith just stopped what they were thinking about for a moment and found themselves staring at Elise Phelps. This woman has so many of the qualities that makes Warren's heart race as if it were on a cross-country marathon. Their beautiful features meet Warren's desires so readily, it's almost as if whatever created such a sim sculpted her specifically for Warren. Now the only thing left is to pick up their jaw and work on having the courage to speak to such an Aphrodite. Hopefully Elise, that's her name, will be kind enough to reciprocate Warren's feelings. Okay. Oh, this is nice. This is so cute. Okay, introduce yourself. Don't be weird. Don't be weird. You know, you've introduced... Wait, have you introduced yourself? Introduce yourself. Don't let your brother get past you. Okay, you've introduced yourself. I think you should get to know her. Okay, so he has a bit of a crush on Elise Phelps, which is really cute. She's a Phelps by blood. I think Elise is actually If I'm not mistaken, this is Henry's daughter as well. Henry as in the one, she's a kleptomaniac, Henry as in the one married to Albretta. If we recall, Albretta's boy toy was actually already married by time she got pregnant by him and they ran off to Elisa Springs. He was married to Susanna, who was Elisa's mother, and Elise was an infant when Henry went off with their aunt Albretta. So, oh boy, really awkward situation, but clearly things are looking up for her now. But you can come, hold on, you can come work on complimenting her, just getting in her good graces. You seem to like her quite a bit. Y'all not even singing the same song. They're not singing the same song and they're both off key. Y'all are perfect for each other. $80? Who just spent 80 bucks? I can't believe this isn't a soulmate thing, but that's you trying to cross stitch. But this does not mean that they're soulmates, but this does mean that he finds her very, very attractive. Which is a good start. Let's not jump into romance quite yet, but I'm sure he will. Oh wait, I think he does have actually a crush. While that Sim is irresistible, Warin has developed a major crush on Elise. Okay. Oh, this is cute. Aww. I was so worried about David and Autumn. I wasn't even thinking about Warin for real. Was not expecting him to find a crush. Once again, a crush is not a soulmate, but it'd be cute if they were to be. So he's crushing hard on her. Really love at first sight. So we'll see. She's a bit of a kleptomaniac, which is rather concerning, but I'm sure that comes from the fact that she used to be a peasant until very recently. So she probably has some sticky fingers up until that point. But honestly, David does not care about this conversation at all. But so I think that the two of you should cloud gaze. So you should go cloud gaze for a little bit with Elise. I was gonna go travel some more, but honestly, I think if what is your mom's name? If Lucia were to approve of anybody, especially considering that you have this physical quote-unquote deformity being your antenna, having someone who is a stepchild to a rich man would probably be like really good as well. Because you don't have to worry about him thinking about anything about like tainted blood or anything like that. I don't know. We of course have to get Mortimer's Mortimer's down here. Okay. You are not dressed appropriately, ma'am. But Mortimer has returned, so I think David should come stop cross-stitching in his daughter's room. But Mortimer's back. Let me put you in some actual clothes. I know it's your house, but you should not be dressed like that. Just like regularly. All right. So come give your greeting to Mortimer Goth. Which honestly Warin needs to be doing as well. Okay, so they stopped watching the clouds. You need to greet the father of the girl you have a crush on, at the very least. So these two, we're gonna ignore all the modern stuff in this household for now. I didn't feel like going through any of this. Okay, so Mortimer has a good impression of David, which is nice. Honestly, Celestia needs to meet Alexander Goth. I did not take Ada and Isoda out to make friends. I didn't have time. I'll definitely do that maybe sometime later this episode, if not next episode. Uh-oh. Mortimer approves of David, but not Warin. Crazy. Oh, wow. He does not have a good impression of you. Oh, or he thinks he's interesting, but it is not in the green like it is with David. Well, Mortimer thinks that David is cool, and David thinks that Mortimer's fun to be around. I wonder if he will kind of like look up to Mortimer. Mortimer finds Warin interesting, but oh, they're not compatible. And Warin, they both think that Mortimer's fun to be around. I suppose he might be. Okay, this is interesting. Well, maybe you have time to, you know, make a better impression on your crush's dad, you know, typical teenage stuff. You know, you don't want You don't want your girl's dad to hate you. And of course, her and her mother are here watching. Just like, oh my goodness, is Mortimer going to like be cool? Is he gonna be cool about this? So it seems at the very least, Mortimer for now is a safe place because he looked David dead in the eyes and did not give a damn. So I find that rather interesting. Well, I'm going to not let Warin suffer the awkwardness of having a bad first impression on his crush's dad, and we're going to head off to visit someone else. Y'all, I was hovering over this household. I think Anahi got married. She's not in here. Wait, Lawrence, I think your girl got married, brother. Hold on, I gotta do one thing at a time. Let me go see a Slack's kids, because he has 2 teenage sons. Y'all, I think Anahi went off and got married to someone. That doesn't mean we still can't marry her. But I'm not going to force a divorce if it doesn't happen. Luckily in The Sims, you can convince a lover to leave their spouse. But I think that Henry Light might have went ahead and arranged a marriage for Anahi that's not with Lawrence. Oh, brother, why do y'all keep doing this? What is happening? And it says you're wearing this, but you're not. I'm watching you. You're not doing it. Put your clothes on. You're making a bad first impression. Be decent. Alright, so, of course, y'all both know a Slack. Apparently you don't. Come be friendly with your cousin. Both of you be friendly with your cousin and come meet your other cousins. We have Lucia and Lilith, who are the 2 I would like y'all to meet. Don't ignore Morgan either. Just meet the whole family. Attractiveness alert. Good Lord, Warin. Good Lord, Warin. Okay, hold on. Let me have Warin talk to everybody else while we're here too. Warin found somebody here rather attractive as well. So this village is full of Warin's type. Warin, are you gonna be what we thought Lawrence would be? Are you gonna be the new Humphrey? Which sim are you talking about? That woman has so many... Lucia. Okay, so this girl here is who has his heart racing. Lucia Humphreys, who is a Slack's second daughter, his youngest daughter. No, not his youngest. He has, I think that baby right there. Well, there was a baby on the floor. I think the baby is the youngest. Oh, she doesn't like David. You think she's silly? He's not a goofball at all, actually. Okay. Oh, actually, he got along really well with Lilith just now, huh? Him and Lilith just hit it off. Warin thinks that Lilith is dramatic and interesting. Lilith's a bit older than them as well. I think Lilith's... they're both older than, to be honest. Oh? Oh? Oh my god. Love it? Oh, David, I'm gonna... Okay, let me... I don't even know how to use the mouse anymore. Okay. Love at first sight. So his soulmate is Lilith. When David met Lilith, a wave of longing washed over him. It's somehow as if Lilith could see into the very depths of his soul, and although they've just barely met, it's clear fate has bound them together. Well, we do know for a fact a Slack's family is one that Lucia would approve of, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay, let me pull myself together. Okay, meet Lucia officially so I can see exactly how you're feeling. Let's meet her officially so we can get a first impression. Okay. Oh, good lord. Wait. Who fell in love? David? No, I thought that was Warin. You know, I'm not mad. I would like for him to be with Autumn. But if it's meant to be Lilith, who am I? Who am I to force it? Like I said before, he and Autumn could just be besties, which I'm perfectly fine with. These two are soulmates, and they both think that they're cool. Okay, so David found his soulmate, who is his older cousin Lilith. They're not first cousins. I think they're like third. Actually, let me see. Her father is a Slack. A Slack is... the child of Ivo, meaning he's the granddaughter of Alice. So they're cousins, but so far removed that yeah. So Lilith might be who David ends up marrying. I'm perfectly fine with him and Autumn just being like homies who understand each other. I love like platonic relationships. So I am a-okay with that. So David found his soulmate, who is cousin. We're not going to use the word cousin because she's so far removed, but Slack's eldest daughter, Lilith, who lives down the street. And I don't think Slack would mind. As we know, he's not anti-monster, though he is quote unquote working for the monster hunters as a spy, which will be brought back up in a little bit because he's actually in charge of investigating what happened to Christopher in the village. Now, of course, once he figures out what happened, he's going to lie to protect the Smiths, but he'll most likely tell them to lay low and be smart, you know? But I don't think he'll mind at all David marrying Lilith. I think he'll think it's dangerous. I think if anybody opposes, it'll probably be her mother Morgan, because Morgan, once again, is not anti-occult either. She is just not a fan of all the dangers it brings because of the hunters. But, okay, interesting. So you clearly need to spend some time with Lilith here, which is really interesting. So get to know Lilith, and then I wonder if I can have y'all cloud gaze, because that's my go-to. Deep thought, cloud gaze. I also like that this was a love at first sight type of thing with these two as well. I think that's fun. So David, was it you that also thought Lucia was... Who was it that thought Lucia was super attractive? Was it Warin? Okay, the attractiveness isn't popping up anymore, so I think Warin just realized something about his sexuality. No, extremely attractive. Who was it? Which one of y'all said that Lucia was... Okay, love at first sight, this. Warren Smith staring at Lucia Humphreys. But right here it says you don't think anything of her specifically? I don't know. Oh, Lilith has the love-struck trait as well, so she's probably falling just as hard for David as he is for her. And Morgan's pissed. Yeah, I'm gonna take this as her realizing that Lilith and David are making googly eyes at each other and is not happy about the implications of this. Don't go to sleep on a public bench. It's not becoming. Interesting. A lot is happening. Okay, these two did not have time to watch the clouds like I thought they would, but honestly, I think this is perfectly fine. And now we've met most of the women in the village who we're going to be keeping an eye on. Honestly, it's looking like David might end up with cousin, I'm not going to say cousin Lilith, but it's looking like David and Lilith might end up being together, which I think would be kind of fun. And we'll bring a Slack bloodline back into the household somehow, some way. So I think a Slack has noticed the look as well, and he's like so smug about it. He definitely approves of David and Lilith. As for Warren, who has a crush on one girl but finds another exceptionally beautiful, well, we'll just see what type of mess this guy finds himself in. I know I saw a lot of comments saying, oh, Lawrence is going to do this, Lawrence is going to do that. It's looking like it might be Warren. We might have clocked the wrong one, guys. All right, let me just get these two back home. Were y'all not taking care of yourselves? Whatever. Let me just get these two back home, and I'll meet y'all back there. All right, it's the next morning. Everyone's up and Adam eating some vegetable stew for breakfast, which sounds delicious. Well, not for breakfast. I'm actually not too much of a soup girl, actually, but I'm sure it tastes good. Now, so everyone's eating, and we do need to get a few more things done today, but I do think a fun way to spend the rest of this day would actually be, is this done? It's not dripping, but it should still be. Well, Annabelle, come. Well, I guess it is done. Come get that laundry, because as soon as I leave the household, it's going to disappear. But we had the boys go out, but I never got a chance to go out with the girls. So as soon as, okay, you're stuck. Hold on. Reset you. There we go. You was stuck somewhere. Apparently he was already eating and everything. Crazy. But we're gonna take the little ones. You're not naked. You're not naked. Shoo! Whatever. Shoo! But I want to take Asa and Isolda, maybe Celestia can go with them, out to meet some more friends throughout the village, because some people have aged up in the meantime since Celestia was the one going out. So, oh, okay, well, she's done. I'm gonna leave everyone else here. It's so nice to not have any like toddlers or anything to worry about. So you're going to travel with your little sisters. It's safe this year, so y'all can travel on your own. And I think the first place we're gonna go visit is next door to the Goth household with Alexander. Oh my god, did Elise get married? Hold on, before I go anywhere. Oh my gosh, people are getting married. Let me first click on Lawrence, because I think Anahi went off and got married somewhere. Yes, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, okay, Anahi's father married her off, so she's actually gone. Oh, we waited too late. I should have had Lawrence start like some romance with her. And where does she live now? Yamashino doesn't exist. I'm gonna figure out where to put her so that we can maybe come across her at some point. Anas Gerda. I don't know who that is. Okay, that's unfortunate. Warin, your crush got married off too. No. Why was she not in the household? Where are you? Harold fell. That's your brother. Oh fuck. That's your brother. Oh, that's your brother. No, it's not. That's your father. Oh, that's worse. Oh, that's worse. That's worse. Okay. Well, I'm not going to stop that. It's too late now. If y'all saw my side house update, you already know whatever. All the people in this game. There are so many single men in this game, and you married your father? Whatever. Okay. Elise is in a predicament. Which means, unfortunately for Warin, or maybe fortunately, like I said, I am perfectly fine with these boys being able to convince their wives to leave their husbands, so I'm not giving up hope quite yet, but this does mean that we'll have like more of a list for Lawrence and Warin to choose from. David is safe for now. I don't think Lilith has gotten married. Lilith hasn't been married this whole time. Okay. I think Lilith is cool for now, but I'm gonna be sure not to waste my opportunities. But in the meantime, let's get Celestia and her sisters to travel next door to visit Alexander Goth. That just stressed me out. I just realized I was paused that whole time. Okay, speed recap. We went to the Goths. Mortimer Goth liked all three of the girls, but him and his son Alexander got along best with Asa. Asa made a really good impression on Mortimer and Alexander, especially Alexander. So that might be like her new friend, and we'll see how that goes once they get older. But Alexander also got like a sentiment with Celestia. So I was saying I hope that it doesn't form like some weird rift between them once all of them are teenagers over Alexander, or like a crush or anything like that. Next up, Celestia. Don't follow your brothers. Don't be like them. Be like this. There we go. So this is Jorge Light, who is actually the youngest of the Light's children. So Anahi just got married. The only two left in the household are Alexis, his older brother, who we come across every now and again, and Jorge. So let's just all meet this guy. Let's all give a respectful introduction. We're raised to make good impressions like this, so let's all just greet the guy. Every time. Let's see. Okay, they're all about the same. It's not it's not like what happened at the Goths. The Goths were crazy. They loved Asa. Now everything seems a bit more balanced, so I like that. Can somebody learn his traits if as much as you can? Get to know. I wonder if I have all of them get to know him, will it give me a different trait each time? Oh, Ace is feeling hot-headed all of a sudden. He's an old soul. Okay, that's not bad. Old soul, homebody. Oh, okay, I thought that was supposed to be a bad interaction. And a home. Okay, so we know he's an old soul and a homebody, so whoever marries him might have a bit of a peaceful life. He won't be doing too much. He's wise beyond his years, so I imagine he's a fun guy to talk to. Celestia was not interested and ran off somewhere, okay. Leaving just the twins to do their thing. I'm sure Celestia's caught on that she does not want to be part of this household. The lights, things just always happen. Here go. Oh my gosh, Ada. Ada and him are not getting along. Her temper's coming out. But you want to befriend him, so you know what? I can work on that for a bit. We can work on befriending him for you. Okay, Jorge has to run off and do something. He just ran off from Asa. Henry's just watching. I guess he's taking note of what's at their market stall. They have a very impressive market, which is nice to see. So let's, are there any more children in the village we could potentially befriend real quick? I was going to say the only other child in the village is a Slack's son, but it seems he's just aged up into a teen, so not quite. I do have to give him a makeover, since that's the case. But all the other children are peasants, and I still don't think Lucia would approve of them intermingling with the lower class, even though we're damn near the same as them, to be honest. But so far, we've got Alex and Jorge. These toddlers won't age up for a while. Neither will these cousins. Okay. Well, we've got two, and that is a-okay with me. So let's just head back home. Now, before I officially end the episode, it is actually... I actually forgot that Edith was even pregnant. So she is giving birth, meaning I have to get my die out. We haven't did a birth roll in a while. So I gotta get my D20 out. D20. So while she's pushing, let's just roll. If she gets a 1, she passes away. She got a 14, so she survived. As for the baby, if the baby gets a 5, 10, 15, or 20, and it's a girl, then the baby will pass away. Baby got a 3, so the baby survives. And this is a girl, so I need to get my wheel out, my wheel of names. Oh, it's on girl names. Yay, okay. So let's spin. And this is little baby Lycia Harrington. Nice. I'll probably get her pregnant again off screen just because we need to get through these pregnancies. Yeah, she is not happy about getting pregnant. But you got 9 more to go, sister. All right, so I'm gonna let her chill. We will age up the baby next episode. Well, we'll roll for the baby's birthday next episode, and I'll see y'all then. And you know what, y'all? This has been a little bit on the longer side of an episode, and I'm still not even done with the year yet, but we don't have anything planned for the rest of the year, so I'm gonna just have them do like their off-screen chores and stuff for the rest of the year and end this episode off here. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think about David's soulmate, apparently, who's Lilith. Are y'all excited? I did not think we would be seeing much of, if any, of Slack's children, but hopefully we'll be seeing Lilith around a lot more. Warin seems to be having some, new hormones introduced with his, finding of the girls attractive and his crush getting married off. Also, Anahi getting married off, and that's the one Lawrence had an eye on, who Stephen wanted to get married to. But I guess since Stephen has died and, the Smith household is not as rich as it used to be. Perhaps her father was just like, fuck it, marry this guy, because it looked like the man she's married to is old. At least I saw gray hair. He's either old or an elf. But with that all said and done, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.